All right, guys, it's Monday, May 5th. I got my hot batter matchups coming up. But before we do, let's recap the other day. After a nice little winner on May 2nd, we followed up with a busted parlay right here. Jeez, Duran tripled and doubled. I mean, Arise, no hit. Busted this little parlay, but I got 3 players for today. Absolutely love. Let's get into it. All right, first matchup, Brandon Donovan versus Carmen Mlodzinski. You can see the pitch arsenal right there in the middle of the screen. He favors his four-seam fastball about 39% of the time. You can see Donovan, he's just lights out with the four-seam fastball. A .367 batting average, a home run off that pitch already. And you see Mlodzinski not commanding his number one pitch very well. A .300 or .304 batting average and a home run surrendered already. Then moving on to the second pitch, he throws about 21% of the time. Donovan, a .333 batting average, small sample size, but you can see Mlodzinski, again, does not command this pitch well either. A .300 batting average surrendered on the year already. Then the sweeper, about 21% of the time. You can see Donovan just crushes it at a .444 rate, a home run. And then on Mlodzinski's side, just a 5 at bat, so it's a little tough to kind of discern how this one might go when he sees it. And then the slider, ultimately his last pitch, still 18% of the time. He's got 4 pitches that, are going to be pretty, you're going to see all of them probably. And Donovan, a .250 batting average against this pitch. And then Mlodzinski, a .500 batting average, but we're not talking a small sample size. At 14 at bats, 7 hits is a decent sample size. So I'm loving the opportunity here. When you look at the history between these two, there's been 5 at bats, 3 hits, a .600 batting average, Donovan versus Mlodzinski. And Donovan's been hot, man. He's at least recorded a hit in 22 of his last 25 games. One of the hottest players in the MLB. And there's no surprise because when you look, ultimately, we're going to talk about the sweet spot launch angle for both these players here. And again, really quickly, if you're new, what is that? That's when the ball comes off the bat between 8 and 32 degrees. It produces the highest batting averages, or another way to put it is the best angles to record a hit. So it's no sense. I mean, there's no surprise. I'm trying to say that he's been so hot this year because his launch angle sweet spot is 43.9, which ranks him number 14th in the MLB. That's Brandon Donovan. You gotta love it. He's in those ranges where, like I said, where you want to be and you can have success. Okay. And then on the other side, Mlodzinski, his sweet spot launch angle given up, 34.4, ranks him number 210 out of 368. So definitely well below the MLB average in terms of giving that up, which is good, right? He's giving up that at a high rate relative to the average. And you got, like I said, Donovan, who just is lights out in that range. This could be a great matchup right here and for Brendan Donovan to have a lot of success. All right, next matchup, Jorge Polanco versus Luis Severino. You see the arsenal in the middle of the screen right there. Severino, 28% of the time he throws his four-seam fastball. Polanco, a .263 batting average, 19 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 home runs off this pitch. And then you can see Severino, not very good at commanding his four-seam fastball, giving it up at a .333 rate, 18 at-bats, 6 hits, a home run. Moving on to the cutter, 24% of the time he throws this one. And you could see Polanco, a .417 batting average, 12 at-bats, 5 hits, 3 home runs. Severino, .250 batting average to his cutter. Then the sweeper, something that Polanco has not seen just one time this year. So a little bit of a wild card there. But Severino getting up close to a .300 batting average there, a .278, 18 at-bats, 5 hits, a home run. And then the changeup about 19% of the time. You could see Polanco, .500 batting average, decent size, right? 10 at-bats, 5 hits, of which 2 are for home runs. And then Severino, you're pretty decent, a .150 batting average on this, no home runs surrendered. Now there is a little history. It's a bunch of history here. Polanco against Severino, 11 at-bats, 5 hits, a home run, a .455 batting average. Okay, Polanco, a hit in 12 of his last 14 games. He's on fire. And you want to talk about someone that you want to kind of maybe key in on. His launch angle sweet spot, again, remember the launch angles coming off the bat. He's at 47.8%, which ranks him the 4th best batter in the MLB this year. So absolutely love this opportunity. When you look at Severino, though, his launch angle sweet spot surrendered 30.4, which is above average. That's okay. Sometimes it's going to happen. He ranks number 128 out of 368 qualified pitchers. So I think this is a great opportunity for Polanco to have a bunch of success against Severino. So there you go. Also, if you could just be so kind to hit that like button. And if you're inclined, maybe hit that subscribe button. That might be good. And also leave a comment in the comments section. It helps with the algorithm. You put anything you want down there. Maybe a W. Also, there's a free link to a free Discord in the description of this video. A bunch of fun stuff going down there. People talking and doing a lot of things regarding MLB, NBA, and much, much more. So give it a look. All right, next matchup, Elly De La Cruz versus AJ Smith-Shawver. You can see the pitch arsenal. Again, the four-seam fastball, 41% of the time he throws it. Cruz crushes it at a 400 rate, 26 at-bats, 10 hits, 2 home runs. You can see Shawver, a 394 batting average. I mean, it's getting up there. Holy moly. 17 at-bats, 5 hits, a home run. Throws us 41% of the time. You got to love this matchup right here. Just that pitch. Moving on to the next pitches, I mean, man, I'm loving it too. This one, maybe not so much. The split finger, he throws about 36% of the time. The reason I don't like it so much is because we very few or very limited data. Just 3 at-bats for Cruz. And Shawver, a 238 batting average, a home run surrendered. Moving on to the curve, 19% of the time. Cruz, again, another over 400 batting average. This pitch, 12 at-bats, 5 hits. Where Shawver, 250 batting average, small sample size. And then the slider, okay, 4% of the time he throws it. But if you do, Elly De La Cruz, I think, can handle it, okay? 357 batting average, a 1 home run to that pitch. Shawver, just 1 at-bat. So there's a little history between the two of these players right here. Elly De La Cruz, 2 at-bats. 2 hits, a home run. He's batting 1,000, okay, albeit a small sample size. Large sample size, though, when it comes to Cruz recording a hit. He's recorded a hit in 15 of his last 17 games. And then looking at the launch angle sweet spot. Okay, so Elly De La Cruz, only 31.5, okay, so not, up in the upper echelon, if you will, in terms of that rating, okay, which is 169 of 255, a little bit maybe below average, yeah. But when you look at Smith-Shawver, a launch angle sweet spot given up of 49.1. That's horrible. Almost half of them are in that sweet range, which ranks him 7th worst among qualified pitchers. So I just wanted to bring these 3 opportunities to the table. Like I said, I love the potential for all 3 of these. I kind of try to lay out a case for you guys to kind of showcase why. Like I said, this introduction to this launch angle sweet spot, I think, is just an extra little cherry on top, if you will, in terms of kind of pinpointing some of the best situations. So there you go. All we have left to do now is talk about the other good better matchups. All right, here they are. I got 4, considering we have a short slate in the MLB for today. As always, batter versus pitcher historical matchup where the batter has at least a 300, if not higher, batting average against the pitcher. And then you got to be hot, too. You got to be hitting right now real good. So there you go. Hayes versus Michaelis, 16 at-bats, 6 hits, a 375 batting average. And Hayes has at least recorded a hit in 13 of his last 14 games. Then you got Aaron Judge versus Nick Pivetta, 14 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 home runs, a 357 batting average. And Judge has recorded at least a hit in 20 of his last 21 games. Then you have Lawrence Butler taking on Miller, 4 at-bats, 2 hits, a home run, a 500 batting average. Butler has recorded a hit in 14 of his last 18 games. Then you have Cal Raleigh versus Luis Severino. You got 4 at-bats, 2 hits, a home run, a 500 batting average, where Cal Raleigh has at least recorded a hit in 13 of 17 games. So there you go. The other good batter matchups for you. And that's about it for today. Just want to say I absolutely love every single one of you guys, and I'll just talk to you guys tomorrow.